Hi guys, welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, this is Sam, and today we are watching Season 3, Episode 9 of For All Mankind, as I'm sure you can see by the title of the video. I am very excited because of the way the last episode ended, and I'm hoping we will see repercussions for Danny and his behavior now that it has led to the loss of 3 lives. Here's to hoping that he also changes his behavior because he reflects and realizes what he's done. Here's to hoping. We also have the whole sort of what's going to happen with Kelly, because at the very end of the episode, those two guys were talking and they said that Moscow is going to be interested in the fact that she is pregnant. Also, they seemed to think that she didn't know she was pregnant, which I still don't know how they would know if she doesn't know, but I don't know. I guess that doesn't really matter. I'm also very curious to see how everything with Aleda and Margot is going to go, because it's very clear to me that Aleda knows and she doesn't know what to do with the information. I'm hoping she will go to Margot because Margot can explain to her that it's not as black and white as it might seem. So we also have Ellen went to see Pam in the last episode. Very, very cute moments. And she had a little bit of a argument with Larry near the end. So I'm curious if her conversation with Pam is going to make her hopefully want to enact more policies that will be beneficial for people like her and Pam and Larry. So again, here's to hoping. I just have a lot of hopes going into this episode, so they could very easily be shattered. There's only one way to find out, and that's by pressing play. So let's do it.
You think once we leave, they'll ever send anybody back to Mars?
Doubt it. Not in my lifetime, anyway.
I think you're right.
Interesting. So they think they're gonna abandon Mars? Is what he did gonna cause nobody to go back to Mars for a long time?
Hey, I wasn't finished with that.
Yeah, well, I got seniority.
That is being a jerk.
Oh,
yep.
Stuff makes me nauseous.
My grandson got to eat.
So it's a him today.
You know, whichever way it goes. Edward is a great name, girl or boy.
Sure it
I was
is.
thinking something like Ariella.
Ariella. You wanted to end up selling bath beads and patchouli?
Hey, you're gonna need a lot of homeopathic remedies in your old age.
Astronaut Baldwin,
Yeah.
you have been avoiding me. Again.
And failing again.
Well, only so far you can go. So we just skipped over the whole her finding out she was pregnant, everyone else finding out she was pregnant thing. I'm curious what the reaction was. That's cute. Can you imagine Ed as a grandpa?
We need to fix things here on Earth before we spend trillions gallivanting to far-off planets.
The space program is making life here on Earth better. And I won't undermine all the progress we've made. So go ahead and pass your bill, Dick. And I will veto it.
I'm very disappointed to hear that. Madam President, may I speak with you in private?
About what?
If we were to discover that Mr.
Proof?
Wilson was lying to the committee, you understand that he would be open to a charge of perjury.
Where are you going with this?
Right?
Madam President,
Blackmail, I think.
is it true that you have a recording system in the Oval Office? We have a source who claims that a recording system first installed by John F. Kennedy is still in use.
Oh, so it's their recording system.
Even if there was a recording system in use, those tapes would be protected by executive privilege.
We'll see what the courts say about that. We are going to subpoena any recordings made in this office on the week of your husband's testimony. If there was any attempt at a cover-up, not only will he be charged with perjury, you will be impeached for obstruction of justice.
You can't be serious.
There are
Congress hasn't impeached a president in more than 120 years. This is a new low even for you.
Well, that's rich coming from a woman who had Karl Rove and Lee Atwater to do her dirty work so her image could remain as pure as driven snow. Sign the NASA bill.
See, it is blackmail.
It's a smart move.
It's blackmail.
Because if the press were to find out about Larry's indiscretion, your political standing would evaporate even more than it already has, and I'd easily be able to override your veto. I will use every tool at my disposal to make this bill law.
Okay.
Glad you could come.
To your garage?
I want you to look at something and
Uh-oh.
tell me I'm not crazy.
She's putting it together. I just talked to Margot, for God's sake. I understand why she isn't, but still.
Jesus Christ.
I would shut the door, too.
During the rescue of the cosmonauts, I discovered that their nuclear engine design was almost identical to an early version of ours.
Margot?
She's the only one who had access to everything.
But Margot Madison. She's the head of NASA. She's been trying to beat the Russians for 3 decades. Why would she do this? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
That's why
But
you should
I can't
talk to
get this
her.
out of my head, Bill.
Because it doesn't make
I
any
feel
sense.
like I really am going crazy.
Yeah, clearly. This is like the lair of a Batman villain.
Let me lay it all out for you. If you still think I'm crazy, I'll burn all of it.
I'm gonna need another beer.
The unfortunate thing is, she's not crazy, but also, like, I don't want Margot to get in trouble.
And we just got back the liability report from the accident saying that one of our employees caused the fucking landslide. So on top of everything else,
Oh.
now we're vulnerable to
I
massive
guess
lawsuits.
Danny was theirs.
We've decided to pivot back to our core business, mining helium-3 on the moon. There will be no more missions to Mars.
So it begins.
You'll go to jail and I'll be impeached.
You gotta get rid of the tapes.
We don't need to give in on this. It's your personal property. It's protected by executive privilege.
Take it to the Supreme Court and we'll probably lose. And if we do, it'll weaken not only me, but every president who succeeds me. Suppose the recording device malfunctioned. And for some reason, this portion is just blank. We don't know why. We're not recording technicians.
You mean erase it?
Yeah.
That would expose us to further charges of obstruction.
You're right.
See, I thought they didn't know the recording device was in there. Knowing they did, why the fuck
There is one way out.
would they have any conversation? Divorce? Sorry. Why would they have any
I'll call a press conference.
conversation and
And I'll confess to the world that I had an affair with Jeremy.
oh, I thought he was just
I'll
gonna
tell them you knew nothing about it, that you didn't know that I was gay,
get a divorce.
that it was all on me. I betrayed my loving wife, whose only sin was falling for a lying philanderer.
Oh, Larry, you can't do that. You'd be a...
What, a pariah? A laughingstock? A national joke? I'm getting used to that.
I just don't think he should have to do that. You know? But also, I think they shouldn't have
I
had
can't
that
let you do this.
fucking conversation in the fucking White House if they knew that they were being recorded.
Give me a chance to make things right.
They had other conversations there, too.
Please tell me I'm crazy.
She doesn't want it to be true.
You are not crazy.
We need to talk to her.
Yes, talk to her.
Find out why she...
You have to go to the FBI later.
No,
What? No.
Bill.
No
Shut
fucking
the
way.
fuck up.
Bill,
She should talk to her.
you know
Sorry,
what they did to my father.
I know. You think I want this?
Well, then why
I
are
love
you...
Margot as much as anybody, but this is some heavy-duty national security shit we're talking about.
No,
Who knows how far it's gone? I mean, she's basically a fucking spy, Aleda.
Stop.
She is. It makes me want to vomit, but it's the
You
truth.
don't know
You have
that.
to go to the FBI with this.
Bill!
No, he should
No.
talk. She should talk to her. I don't know that we can trust Bill. I thought he would be more understanding. Damn.
I think that our best move to generate revenue and get us out of this hole is we sell Phoenix to NASA.
Oh, damn.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding? Besides, they never go for it.
Why not?
They will.
Why would
What are
they?
you talking about?
I approached some people that I know within the agency and quietly floated the idea, and the response was really positive. They
You
feel as though
approached NASA without my permission?
She quietly
your permission. I'm
floated
CEO
the
of
idea.
this company.
But you told them that we're so desperate for cash that we'd be
That is
willing.
not what I said at all.
But they can put the pieces together.
Now he's
You just
being
gave Margot
defensive again.
Madison all the ammunition she needs to publicly humiliate me.
I
She
am
wouldn't
trying
do
to
that.
save your company, our company, from insolvency.
We don't need anybody's help.
The numbers don't lie.
No, but they don't always tell the full story. Have some faith, Karen.
Why don't you have faith in her ever when she tries to tell you shit? I feel like that's unfair too.
Shit.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Primary integration card is toast.
What are we gonna do? We can't dock with Phoenix, miss the next launch window to Earth. We'll be stranded here.
The People's Republic of Korea.
That's the probe they launched in the 94 window. I remember it docked in low Earth orbit, probably to refuel.
Which makes it pretty certain it has an automated docking system.
It will be Course NA. Or a clone of it.
I'd say we have a winner.
Okay, but they can't just take it, can they? That would cause an issue, no?
North Korea approved this?
That's what I'm
Better ask for forgiveness later than beg for permission now.
This goes against almost all of our safety protocols. We can only spare one rover. It's 9 hours each way, far beyond walkback range.
Sounds like fun. Sign me up.
I don't
Sorry,
think you can go.
You're more familiar with the Helios systems than anybody. And we need those working to get off this planet. No, I'm not risking any of your people on this. The choice is pretty clear.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, them two.
You and me.
Besties.
I can't fucking believe you did this.
Just hear what she has to say.
Oh my god, did he fucking lie?
Here you go.
Thank you.
Oh.
We both took the same oath when we started working for this country. To support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
It's just, y'all are...
And I know you care about what happened here, or you wouldn't have reached out to Bill.
Margot is not an enemy.
I'm not helping you.
Good. Good. I'm proud of
That's your
Alea.
choice. You don't have to cooperate. But we're moving forward with this regardless. The case file is open, we'll get to the bottom of what happened, and at some point you will be called to testify against her.
Is that a threat?
No. It's a fact.
I'm mad at Bill now.
So be it.
No. Come on, Aleda, just sit down. Just hear.
I don't want to hear another word out of you. Do you get that?
Right. I don't like him either anymore.
You're fucking dead to me.
Mm-hmm. She asked you as a friend, and you did that. No.
Corazón, ¿qué te pasa?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Estás en problemas.
Poor Aleda. She just has so much on her.
They're calling it an operator error.
Yeah, that fucking operator.
They're putting it on Nick Corrado for, quote, failure to correctly monitor housing pressure and take
It was
appropriate action
him.
at reservoir penetration.
He better not let Nick take the fall
Typical
for
cover
that.
your ass move.
Yep, blame the dead guy. Then you can't be sued for building a crappy piece of gear.
Same on the Soviets.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, because you did it.
But to put that on Nick?
Yeah, because it's on you.
I mean, it's bad enough that the landslide killed him. But now they're trying to pin the whole thing on him? It's not right. I mean, how did they even come up with that report?
Because it's you.
This whole thing. It's a lot of bullshit.
You know it was you. I think they suspect too.
I already pitched the idea to the board.
Oh.
They think it's a stroke of genius.
Dev is never going to approve it.
Well, the
It won't
board
be an
can
issue.
overrule him.
We've decided to remove him as CEO.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, you're firing Dev?
He'll still have a seat on the board, but strictly in an advisory capacity.
Who are you going to get to replace him?
You, ma'am. Look at
you.
Yeah. Look at yourself, Avi. I don't want Dev to get fired, but like, proud of Karen. She's doing good things.
I have something I'd like to share with you all.
Oh, here she comes. Oh, shit. What's she gonna say? What is she gonna say?
I come before you today to confess that I have failed you because I lied to you.
How?
And in doing so, I broke the covenant of trust that is essential between a president and the American people.
What is she gonna say she lied about?
I not only failed to tell you the truth, I also failed to protect the men and women serving bravely in our armed forces. I failed to stand up for some of our most vulnerable fellow citizens who faced acts of prejudice and discrimination.
Is she gonna come out?
And I failed to defend the rights and the dignity of Will Tyler, a brave American hero serving his country on the surface of Mars at this very moment. And I failed someone very close to me because I was afraid to stand up and tell the truth. I failed because I feared what people would think of me, and I failed to trust the compassion and judgment of you, the American people. I underestimated you.
You guys,
and for that, I am truly sorry.
Everyone's so confused.
I cannot correct my past mistakes, but I can stop lying to you right here, right now, and give you the simple truth. I'm gay. And I have been since the day I was born.
She did it. Oh, Margot's proud of her. Pam is proud too. I'm proud. Fuck.
The Wilson administration followed the president's address to the nation with an announcement today that she will sign an executive order to allow gay men and women to openly serve in the military. She also announced she will bestow a Presidential Medal of Freedom on Will Tyler for his extraordinary service to his country on Mars and for his courageous stand on gay rights.
Holy shit!
About time America came to her senses.
Nice work, Ellen.
I have something to say.
Oh. He's gonna say sorry.
You're a brave man, Will Tyler.
Oh god, this episode is fucking killing me.
I'm honored to be your friend.
Thank you. Finally.
Thank you, man.
Oh god, you guys. You guys have done well.
All right, enough of this. Let's start drinking.
I'm sure Kel would want to hear about this. Have you seen her?
She's in a jungle.
Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
no
she's like
idea
passed
what
out or
goes
something.
on.
I'm so sure. Yeah, she is. I knew it. I knew it.
Doc! Get in here!
What's going on?
The doctor says she has pre-eclampsia. We
Oh,
need you
God,
back here with
that's-
the core system and fast.
That's really dangerous.
We are less than 15 minutes away from the probe site.
We will be back as soon as we can.
Roger.
Looks like one of your old Soyuz ships. People's Republic of Korea isn't shy about borrowing designs. What matters is it has a curved antenna. Well, let's get it and go.
What's he looking at? What is he looking at? Why?
Yo.
What? It's gonna be a footprint. Oh! It is a footprint! It is a footprint!
What the hell?
How is there a footprint? How is there a footprint? What the fuck? They're supposed to be the only people on Mars. Oh! What? How is he there?
Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Oh God, how's that the end? So there was a lot in this episode that I really, really loved. Ellen, mostly. I'm just so proud of Ellen for that moment, for not letting Larry do something he wasn't ready to do, for not forcing him out of the closet when he wasn't ready, but for instead stepping into the spotlight and claiming, you know, her truth. And I really like the way that she did it, because she was like, you know, I didn't trust y'all to be the good people that I know that you are. And I think that the way that she framed it hopefully is going to really help people come around to the idea. I like that it seems like everybody on board Helios, including Ed, were really just like proud of her. And I really like that I can like Roland again, because he was good to Will Tyler, and he said, you're a very brave person and it's an honor to serve with you, work with you, whatever. Like, I'm just glad that he was ignorant, and through his ignorance he had hatred, or, you know, some form of hatred in his heart. And then when he was educated and learned and was around somebody like Will Tyler day in and day out, and he learned that LGBTQIA plus people are just people, that he came around and he was, you know, he was a good person, you know, like once he, sorry, that's a weird way to frame it. I mean, I'm just glad that he came around and realized that people are just people, and really the only thing that you should judge them on is what kind of person they are, you know? And so I'm glad that Roland came around, and I'm glad that they used that moment of, or that storyline of them showing us his ignorance and then showing us him changing his mind when presented with new facts, and when presented with like actually knowing somebody instead of just what he heard and these preconceived notions and prejudices that he had because he grew up in a homophobic society, you know. And then knowing someone who actually is gay made him realize, oh, that's bullshit. He's just a person like me. And I actually think he's a really brave person for being willing to put himself on the line like that and, you know, becoming friends or honoring their friendship, right? Like, I really liked that. I will say, this only fans the flames of my hope that Ellen and Pam will get their happily ever after. Like, they can get a dog and a cat and a little picket fence like Pam wanted, and they can be happy. That is my hope. That is my hope for them, as it has been since they got together. I do think it's really interesting that this whole situation with Karen and Dev and the board of Helios and everything that's going to happen, because on the one hand, I'm very proud of Karen. On the other hand, like, I do like Dev, and so I don't want that to happen to him, because I think he's a good person and I think he's a good guy, and he does frustrate me, like when he won't listen to people. Like, Karen has multiple times been correct and he kind of just dismisses it. right? So that is a bit frustrating, but I get that he's very invested in the Mars program, and he's very invested in doing these cutting edge things. He wants to be the first colony. He wants to make use of what we learned instead of just abandoning it. And I get that. But Karen is also presenting him with a way to continue their project and continue the project that he wants. And he's kind of dismissing it because it's not in exactly the way that he wants. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm conflicted. Like I said, I'm very proud of Karen. Dear Lord, can I talk? I'm very proud of Karen, but I don't know how that's going to go moving forward. Also, I'm very disappointed in Bill. Like, I get that I probably shouldn't be mad at him. You guys, like, I understand logically that he's like, oh, this person is committing treason, and I don't want to be any way, shape, or form involved in that. I don't want to be accused of being in any way, shape, or form part of that, so I need to turn them in. Like, I get that that's his course of action, although I also think that Bill is the kind of person that you don't want as your friend, because the second that he thinks that you're doing something shady, he's like, he's telling on you. You know what I mean? He's like, I had nothing to do with this. It was them. Like, he's not providing you with an alibi. He's not helping you bury anybody's, you know? So yeah. And I can understand Aleda's take on it. Honestly, I'm very glad that Aleda does want to talk to Margot, that she doesn't just want to go to the FBI and like go around her and turn her in. And it makes sense because of her background. Like, obviously she would not be a fan of law enforcement because of how shitty they were to her family. But I just worry for Aleda that if she doesn't tell them what she knows in regards to Margot, that they're gonna try to rope her into it and say that she was involved in some way. So now I'm just extra stressed. I honestly had more faith in Bill that he would be like, you need to talk to Margot, you need to like figure out what's going on, versus immediately just being like, you need to go to law enforcement, you know? So that's unfortunate. Again, I get why he did it. I'm still a little disappointed in him, though. I'm not gonna lie. Someone else that I am disappointed in perpetually, always, really, is Danny. Obviously, the incident report came back. They knew that Nick was involved in being the one to monitor it, right? Because he was the one monitoring it up until, you know, he handed it to Danny, who then fucked it up. But I get why they would come to the conclusion that it was him. But I think that Ed and Danielle know the truth of who it was. Like, based off his outburst, based off the way they looked at each other after his outburst, I think that they know for sure, or as for sure as they can know without actually knowing, that it was Danny. Now, I'm not sure why they're not saying anything, unless they're just waiting until a more opportune moment to mention it, because right now it doesn't really do anything. Like, they can't send him back to the Phoenix because nobody can go back to the Phoenix right now. And so it doesn't really behoove them to mention it, because then it creates a divide and they kind of all need to work together right now to get back to Phoenix. I feel like once they get back to Phoenix or Earth, then I feel like they'll maybe be like, yeah, no, it was Danny. Unless they're still covering for him, in which case that's just frustrating, because if he hasn't learned at this point, is he gonna learn, you know? You're snoring. He's a little snorer. We also have Kelly in pretty immediate danger. Like, from what I know about preeclampsia, it is a very, very dangerous condition that can cost the life of both the baby and the woman. So this is definitely like, they need to figure this out. They need to get her to Phoenix like yesterday. If Phoenix has, which I assume, like a lot better medical facilities than they currently have right now. Also, I have completely buried the lead. I have just rambled on about all the other little things in this episode and forgotten that at the end, there was somebody on fucking Mars that's not supposed to be there. Like, how is there another human on Mars? This isn't like we walked around the block of a major city and all of a sudden someone's there. This is like, there shouldn't be someone here. How is this person here? Based off where they were going and the insignia on his thing that matched what they were going towards, he is from Korea. But how did he get there? How did he get there? Like, how did he get there? How long has he been here? Does Korea actually have a secret base on Mars that nobody knows about? Why didn't they say anything? Why are they hiding it? How are they hiding it? How did they get a person to Mars and nobody knows? Like, that's a pretty big fucking deal. You know? I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys. That's all I have to say. Sorry. I think I'm done. Anyway, thank you guys as always so much for watching. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and all episodes thus far of For All Mankind. That is over there as well. Why did I almost say Battlestar Galactica? It has been a long time. It's been a hot minute since I watched Battlestar Galactica. Anyway, this is For All Mankind. I don't even know if I said any of that right, honestly. You guys, I need to eat dinner. I'm so hungry. Anyway, yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next episode. If I didn't say it right, what I was trying to say was, if you want to watch the finale of season 3, you can right now over on Patreon, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this and all episodes thus far of For All Mankind. That is linked in the description down below. I'm gonna go and get food because clearly my brain has decided to stop functioning. Until next time. Bye, guys.